Go.
What's going on, Facebook? Assalamu alaikum to all of those who is Muslim. What's happening to all my homeboys and how's it going to everybody else? And it's still your friendly neighborhood spider Farmer Grow 10 man. I'm just not going until I get back to Michigan. But I got something interesting. For all of those who've been looking at the internet and stuff, I guess the only people that listen to me are those that can read, because they having a bad thing going around where the kids can't read no more. When I said it, people got mad. But now that everybody realizing that I was right, I guess that's why my audience is a certain type of people. But this is going to have y'all interested because of why the kids are so bad. And when they say the bill going to be struck when the hour comes, this is what they're talking about. The word bail. It don't mean a bill that's up in the air. That's some shit on TV. A bail is pronounced bill. An attractive and very beautiful admired girl or woman. The most attractive girl or woman at any given place. The belle of the ball. Then when you go into the root word of B-E-L, it means without strength. It goes to D-E, deviating, deviant. Deviate bad, deviate, a woman whose attitude or behavior differs from the norm or from the accepted social or moral standards. Sexual perverts, raising children, prostitutes, baddies, divas, thoughts, the girls who consider themselves bros, strippers, women with multiple babies' daddies, dykes, hoes, women who have children out of wedlock, and artificial insemination. They have struck. These women are the norm of this society now. I heard the song on the radio this morning, "You Want to Hang with a Bad Bitch." What is she going to raise? And who raised her? But then most of the women who I talk to about this, they say, well, what about the boys? Y'all raising them. So then it said, now these type of women have struck. Now all women ain't like this. They didn't struck. Struck means the past tense or past participle of strike. Affected or shut down by a labor strike. That means sewing, cooking, or child rearing. Labor goes to the root word Christian. The majority of these people believe in Christianity. Then you would say, well, I'm a Muslim. Over here, Muslims believe in the Christ. And I say that because you would say, well, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Christian. I believe in the Christ. The Muslim would say, well, I believe in Christ too. I just don't think he's the son of Allah. So they believe in Christ too. So this includes them too. It says for the labor. Labor means the physical efforts of childbirth. The word work goes to W-E-R-G-1. It means orgy. W-E-R-G-2 means orgasm. So the women have went on a strike from what they was created for. The first thing they'll tell you, I can't have no kids. Or I'm not having no kids. Because I already done produced 4 or 5 badass kids. The ones that's on the internet now. The ones that don't nobody want to take responsibility for. So once they do all of this, they say they're not going to do it. It says strike means they are to be attacked in battle, afflicted with diseases or impairment, a cessation of having babies by employers or women in support of demands for equality, to be equal with men in every aspect of life, starting with equal pay to gender roles. I remember when I was little, the women took their bras off. It was white women. Then the black women started following. Then they started wearing power suits to work. They didn't want to wear dresses no more. Until we got them now. They got more tattoos than the men, and they raising the kids. And they don't want no man. So, when next time you see them badass kids, all of them got one thing in common. They got a mama. All of them ain't got a daddy, About 90% of them don't even have a daddy. 50% of them didn't know who their daddy is. Because their mamas won't tell them. And if you think I'm playing, I know for a fact that it's one thing to be evil, but I was told this by somebody, I don't know what made her tell me, but she said when a woman wants to make a little girl into a homosexual, she would put her finger in her vagina and stick it in the baby's mouth when they're newborn. And I said, why the fuck you do something like that? She said, so that's the first thing they taste. And they're going to always go looking for that taste. This is what's coming out of this. Them songs on the radio, and I can brag now, because my children are excellent. I was a YN in the 80s. I know that. My children ain't nothing like myself. My daughter taught herself how to read. She ain't never been to school. She don't listen to none of that shit. Sexy Red and all them. And I told my wife, if a guy see a girl coming down the street in her car, and he hear her playing that, he gonna automatically think that that's a hoe. She playing hoe music. And this is one word that struck me a long time ago. This has been around before America was here, for what they say. But the word Medusa, you already see where it's going to, don't you? This is a crazy ass woman. Hold up, that's what I'm gonna write up here. Crazy ass woman who don't comb her hair. Who don't comb her hair. That's Medusa. Let's see right there. USA. USA. All right. Medusa is any of the three Gorgon sisters. That, I can't pronounce it, Stheno. Uriel and the mortal Medusa, the American woman. She had snakes for hair, so we know it wasn't live snakes. So it was either a wig, it was just uncut, but it was fake. Because you can't have snakes growing out your head. We're going to just keep it real. Turn men to stone. That means suck the life out of somebody. And I just found out that most erectile dysfunction cases are because of the woman. You hear what I said? Woman voice can be so irritating, nigga can't get on her no more when it comes to her. So just think of that. And they say that these women are repulsively ugly and terrifying. And this word goes back to G-H-R-E-I, Christians. But it says it's the woman. And this is the correct way to spell woman. You see what's in there, omen, like the damn movie. Possessed with the devil. Because the way they acting, and I forgot, it's some more, the main ones that's on the top now. Karens. Yeah. That's the majority of them right here. The sisters is following in these Karens' footsteps. Because that back in the day, all this didn't even include them. But the MED means Master of Education. Because the woman teaches the child everything. Everything everybody on the planet knows comes from their mama. I don't care if your daddy was there, it's going to be your mama. Because when you in your mama's stomach, the first words you hear is her voice. So if you got some of these for a mama and the baby in there, the baby hearing nothing but cussing, hollering, and screaming. If she coming through one of them girls with the bonnets on their head, they hearing the same shit. Cussing, hollering, and screaming. Nobody speaking good words. They can't understand the shit they saying. And these are the kids. They jacking it off from the beginning. Then you come to this word. All these is from the root word MED. They medieval, meaning they middle-aged women. Them be the worst ones. Because now they trying to get the young women to act crazy like them. The ones they done raised up to be crazy like them. And that one thing they have in common, they be like they talk to spirits and shit. You know, Miss Cleo, all that type of stuff. Want to do voodoo and try to do something retarded to niggas. That's all of them. But no, not all of them. But the good ones know who I'm talking about. Because they laughing right now. Because they see the change. All of the girls want to look exactly the same, like a carbon copy of a retarded woman. Everybody want to look like Sexy Red. Do y'all think Sexy Red look good in the real world? Come on now. Come on now. Y'all see this say, and then it say the only cure, it goes to medical, is death. Then it says medicine. Say take one's medicine, or deserve punishment, or healing. This is coming out y'all's dictionary. But when you take it into the root word, an upside down E means an A. So that would be, this only word y'all need to see, M-A-D, motherfucking insane. And the O-O means the ovum, in the womb. So this means insanity all the way into the ovaries. And then the S-A means Issa. Put the E on it. It means black people sit down and study and look at what you're battling and then go fight. But that's the last word. And the only ones that's going to do this is the youngsters. Because you have not raised them to have no morals at all. Can anybody say that they didn't raise a YN? I know one guy down here, I call him Red Shirt Zach. He got about 6 or 7 kids, about 8, some shit like that. All boys. And he ain't raised no crazy ass kids. Him and his wife, he married. So him and his wife, they didn't raise no crazy kids. But for some reason, can't nobody read no more. It's going to get worse before it get better too, I'm going to tell y'all, because this is part of the punishment to have the intelligence pulled out for mixing in. That's what it is. Homo stupidus. I want y'all to Google this word. Homo stupidus. Or say it in Google. And when it come up, forget about what it's talking about. Go to the books. There's going to be a man named Stefan something. He a German, but he was the man who classified stuff back then. He classified all Europeans as Homo stupidus. This is what y'all are mixed in with. Some of y'all did it on purpose. So, when you do this, the intelligence level goes down. And I'm going to show y'all. You lose it. And some people say what they think it's the other way around. No, the hell it's not. This is why they be switching these dictionaries around. They don't want people to learn how to talk right. This is why nobody can talk. I know people that's teachers, all that stuff. And they still don't know how to talk. Come over here, guys, and get this. This root word right here, ER. See it? Over my fingers. And over my second finger say wider and slower. So the wider you are, the slower you are. The paler you are, the slower you are. That's why I get in sports. But the niggas over here so weak now, they can't even ball like they used to. White boys beat them on the basketball court and the track. That shit was unheard of when I was coming up. And boxing. They couldn't pull a white boy Muhammad Ali. George Foreman, none of the niggas back then. They were beating them to death. All that shit gone. Because you get the lighter, the slower you get. Look at how children develop. Go look at them kids in them classrooms. The black kids is just turning violent. The white kids can't get a mental connection no more. They going stupid. And they don't know what's going on. It's like they was around so long, their expiration date is running out. It's like you buy a car. Say your car gonna run 5 years. After the 5 years, nigga, it's over with. That's what's going on now. They done ran out of time. And they done took as many of y'all that they could take with them. But stop doing that. If you got to have, every man need a woman. I ain't gonna, that got to be. But you got to get the right kind. And then for all the ones that's complaining, if your woman or daughter, especially your daughters, if you got a daughter that you taking care of and she fit this description, then you need to sit back and probably take your kids out of school and start all over from scratch. Because if they think they need fake hair, and that shit is not appealing. You can't find a man today to say he love women to look like that. If he do, his ass crazy. Because most men don't like it. Most men don't even like women with makeup. Because the first thing you're going to do is they got to clean all that shit off to do anything. I'm just saying. And there be a lot of men that say that. But these kids is out of control. This the last day of school down here in Little Rock. Every day after this, the school starts, it's going to be some crazy stuff. Because they out of school now. Their mamas don't want them in the house. So, hey, it is what it is. But like I said, I'll be up in Flint in a minute. All this will be over with. I can't wait to get back on. And I'm going to trip y'all out when y'all meet my kids. Because like I said, they good. I'm finna do some deadlifts with my son today if it stop raining. And y'all be seeing me do my daughter here, so I ain't with none of that crazy shit. And I ain't even got to worry about is my son going to be gay. That's the funniest shit on my mind. And then that's another thing. Women nowadays will raise their sons to be gay in spite to make the daddies mad. And you can't just take them to court because the courts is on their side. It's like a baby can be born to a woman who don't want it. She can take that motherfucker to the fire department and put it in a box. And she don't even go to jail. Nigga missed 2 child support payments. They're going to take his car, all that shit, and his driver's license. Y'all think about that, and y'all still complaining about these kids. All this shit need to be flipped around and reversed. Because a lot of these women don't deserve to raise children. And that's a bad thing to say. And if it's a society where men have to start raising children, that's a fucked up society. That means them women ain't shit. If they can't even raise kids no more. They was giving titties with milk in them, but they buy Similac. That's one reason y'all kids crazy. They drink Similac and Enfamil. That shit stank. And y'all still give it to them. But with that, I'm out of here. After that.